Okay, good morning, everyone. Hope you had a good week. So today in basic math, we're going to work on just some division. We've been doing multiplication. The next logical step we do division. For some of you, it's going to be review, which is perfect. So the thing we really need to remember with division, you're going to see it. We'll start with a 6. And we'll do 6 into 66. So you do division, you're always going to divide the outside number into the inside number. So the 6 is going to go into the 66. How you would do this, does 6 go into the first number? In this case, it does. So it goes one time. Then what you're going to do is multiply the 1 times the 6, that equals 6. You're going to subtract 0, bring down this number, and then 6 goes back into 6 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. And right now, we're not going to work on any remainders. So in this case, 66 divided by 6 equals 11. Okay? So let's do another example. And we'll do 4 into 48. Okay. So remember, we're going to divide the outside number, the 4, into the inside number. Okay, does 4 go into 4? Yes, it goes one time. So 1 times 4 is 4. We're going to bring down the 8. And 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. So you're going to get 0. So 48 divided by 4 is going to be 12. Okay. So the first thing you always need to do is, and I'm going to erase all this. We'll use this one again. You see if this number on the outside, 4, goes into the first number. In this case, it does. Okay. What I'm going to do next is we're going to look at when the outside number is bigger than the first number. So we're going to use 6 into 36. Okay. So in this case, the outside number 6 is bigger than the first number, so it doesn't go into that. So then what we're going to do, does 6 go into 36? And if you had your multiplication chart, you're going to say, yes, it goes 6 times. So 6 times 6 is 36 and 0. So 36 divided by 6 is going to be 6. So you always need to check to see if this first number, the 6, goes into the first number. If it doesn't, then you're going to see if it goes into that number combined. Okay. So one thing you guys can remember, kind of one of the things I've told people how to remember what to do. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to divide, and I'll show you how this works. Then you multiply, 3, subtract, 4 is bring down, and 5 is repeat. And those are pretty much the steps to do division. So let's do another one here. Let's do 7 into 49. Okay. So the first step is going to be divide. Does 7 go into the 4? It doesn't. So but then we're going to look at 7 go into 49. It does. It goes 7 times. That's our divide step. So we divide. 7 goes into 49 7 times. The next thing we do is multiply. 7 times 7 is 49. Then the third step is subtract. So we subtract 49 from 49, and that's 0. So we're done there. We don't have to bring down a repeat. But I'll do one here where we have all of these steps. We'll do an easy one. 2 goes into 26. Okay. So the first thing, we're going to divide. 2 goes into 2, goes in the first number, so 2 goes into 1 time. Second step is multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. Then we subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. The fourth step will be bring down. We bring down the 6. Then we repeat these steps. So after we repeat, we go back up to divide. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Multiply 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract. It's going to be 0. So we're done. But if we had another number over here, you would bring that number down. So if you kind of remember these steps, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Now let's do one, and we'll end on this one. We'll do 2 numbers on the outside. We'll do 12 into, we'll say 860. Okay, so we're going to divide. Does 12 go into this first number, 8? No, it's too big. But does 12 go into 86? It does. It goes 7 times 12 is 84. So we're going to multiply. 7 times 12 is 84. Subtract. 86 minus 84 is 2. Then we're going to bring down the 0. And then we're going to repeat. Now, does 12 go into 20? Goes 1 time. And 1 times 12 is 12. And we subtract. You're going to have 8. And then if there's another number, let's say, we'll say 6. Or actually, hold on. I'll get one that. We'll say that's 4. I want to make this even. So we're bringing down the 4. And then we repeat these steps. We go back up to 5. Now 12 and 84. We know we already did it over here, so it's going to be 7 times. 7 times 12 is 84. That's the multiply step. Subtract. And there's nothing left to bring down. So we're going to have 8,604 divided by 12 is going to be 717. Okay. So remember, the first step you always want to do is this outside number. Outside. Oops, let me make that red. Outside into inside. And 12 is too big for the 8, but 86, 12 goes into that. Okay. So let's go back and we'll do a real simple one to end on. It's always outside, inside. And let's do 20. 22 into 66. Okay, so outside into inside. Okay, so we know 22 is bigger than 6, so it's not going to go into that first number, but it will go into the second number. 22 will go into 66 3 times. So the first step is divide. We're dividing 22 into 66. That's 3 times. The second step is multiply. 3 times 22 is 66. The third step is subtract. That's going to be 0. And there's nothing to bring down. If there was something over here, you would bring that down. But 22 goes into 66 evenly 3 times. So your answer is going to be 3. So if you can just remember, if you're having a hard time, it's just these 5 steps. So the first step would be divide. The second is multiply. The third step is subtract. The fourth step is bring down. And the fifth step, you repeat those all over again. Once you bring the number down, you start the process over. So I'm going to stop there for today. I'll go ahead and post a little bit of division for practice. And one thing I didn't do, you guys, is just like when we multiplied, I'll show you, like when we did 22 times 36. Remember, I put these columns in. You can certainly do the same thing. We do like 6 into 764. You can certainly do columns like this. If you're having trouble staying organized, you make sure you want to keep the numbers over there. For example, 6 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. The remainder is 1. And you're going to bring down the 6. 6 goes into 16 2 times. You do 2 times 6 is 12. It's 4. And you bring that 4 down. It's just a way of staying organized, and that would be 7. So if you want, you can certainly use those lines, kind of like we did with multiplication, if it really helps you stay organized. If you're having a hard time basically figuring out the numbers, those lines certainly help. All right, I'm going to do reading here in about 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys have a nice weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye. What is going on here? Why is that?